November 8th. Today's my mom's birthday. Would have been my mom's birthday. Whew, I didn't even realize what the date was. Well, happy birthday, Mom. Let me get set up a little bit here. Um, so, first up, let me get the link and put it over in my Facebook. Grabbing the link, copy, over to Facebook I go. And posting. All right, we've got that posted over on Facebook. I want to make sure I turn off my volume. It's amazing when you've been away from doing lives just for 2 weeks, how much you forget. All right. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Um, what am I gonna do today? On Sunday, I posted some cards that I made using a sketch, and I thought I would play with that sketch a little bit more. And I'm gonna use the One Horse Open Sleigh 6x6 paper pack. It's an online exclusive. I did not look to see if it's available at the moment, so maybe it is, maybe it isn't. It's been a little bit crazy. I traveled last week for work, so I was gone for 3 days, and then I did a craft fair on Saturday, and I got just a little bit of crafting done on Sunday. So, and then tomorrow I am heading off to do a crop in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And so I'll be gone for the weekend, but I'll get to do lots of crafty things there, so I'm excited about that. So let me move my keyboard out of the way, and I'm going to turn this so that you can see my desk. Well, first you get to see my ink. And we're gonna move that up just a little bit, if I can. Oh, it's not playing nice. So let's start by showing the sketch. There we go, I think I'm straight now. So it's a very simple sketch. It's just 4 pieces. We've got our card base. We've got a 4 by 5 1/4 inch layer, a 3 by 4 3/4 inch layer, a 1/2 by 5 1/4 inch piece, and then a 2 3/8 inch circle. So the cards that I shared on my my Facebook business page, this is one of them. So this is done in the portrait, just like the sketch was done. And you can see that I popped up the little people a little bit. Hopefully you can see that, to give it a little bit of texture. And instead of using a 1/2 inch strip of paper, I went with a knotted ribbon with a fishtail. Not sure if that's the right name for it, but that's what I'm calling it. And then the second one, I took it like this and said, let's rotate it by 1/4. And so same pieces, same size pieces of paper, another ribbon, and this one I tied a little knot on it with tails. And again, our people are popped up to give it a little bit of dimension. So that's the ones that I made over the weekend. And today I thought I might play with this pack here. And it's a beautiful pack. Let me try one thing here, because I want to lift this up. And I want to do it without making y'all dizzy, so just hold 1 second, see if I can lift up my camera. Oh, there we go. There we go. It was a little tight, it didn't want to move. So, as I was saying, I'm gonna use these papers here from the One Horse Open Sleigh. We've got this beautiful chalet with the lights on the trees. And then we've got a beautiful green with gold. How's my lighting? My lighting looks a little bit dark. I wonder if I can get that a little bit. All right, we're just gonna have to go with it. I hope that it's bright enough for you to see. Then we've got this beautiful forest snow scene with some trees on the back. We've got a wood grain, little fox in the snowy woods. It's all about the snow on this one, isn't it? And this is such an interesting top-down view. I love the little animal tracks there. And then we've got the blue stripes and a covered chalet, or just cabin, whatever you want to call that, with the red. Reminds me of a sweater. An open wood scene. We've got some beautiful blues. And I love this little deer. I think I'm gonna play with him. I want to put that to the side. And on the back we've got a green on green. Another of the top down. And then an open field with red. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do. Get the sketch out of the way. Grab my paper cutter. I think I need to be a little bit closer. There we go, that's a good spot for it. All right, so our first layer, as our sketch says, is 4 by 5 1/4. Just need to decide what I want to use as my background. If you're here, please say hello. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself, and I will continue to do that. Too close. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with the green. All right, now on my samples, I did stamping for my circle, but I want to make this guy my centerpiece. So I'm gonna cut this down a bit. My circle is 2 3/8. So if I just kind of do it like this, that'll give me some idea of where I might want to cut. That should do that. And I'm going to put this into the circle punch so I can see it. And I'm going to do it right like that. One perfect circle coming up. All right, my first layer is 4 by 5 1/4. My notebook is in my way. So how's everybody doing? I have been away for a bit. Like I said, I was traveling for work last week. Hello, Miss Cindy. Whoops, I said, yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. So that's my first layer. And then I think I'm gonna grab with the wood. And this one is 3 by 4 3/4, so 3 inches wide. Well, I hope you have fun with your friend. By 4 3/4. And then somewhere I have my little circle I cut out. Where did it go? There it is. All right, we have a card base. And let's see, what do I have for ribbon? Do I want to use a ribbon? I'm in a funny spot because, like I said, I have an event tomorrow. So most of my stuff is packed and I have a list of things to put in the bag after I am done. Or I should say bags, because I'm going as a vendor, so that means I have lots of stuff. I have stuff to display, I have classes to teach, and then I plan to work on my holiday cards. So, I have this natural ribbon. It is not a 1/2 inch, but we might make this work. Ooh. See how this works. We are totally doing this on the fly, but we're here and we're doing it, so I'm happy for that. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let me do a little bit of glue in. I'm going to put my centerpiece on, or my center. Whoa! That was unexpected. I just filled that up, so it's a little juicier than usual. It's all right. And center this on here. So you'll see that with this design, the top and the bottom here are narrower than the two sides. That's okay. Something different. Pull out my snips. As I was saying, pull out my snips. And because this one's so wide, I'm not going to do any extra knots or anything like that. Let me see, did I leave myself some? Oh good, I left myself some glue dots. So I'm just sticking this right on the glue dot. Picking it up. It was so nice of them to start that off with a fold for me, wasn't it? Just flip that over. So I'm supposed to be off today all the way through Tuesday of next week. But it's been a little crazy and I worked about half a day today. I have a conference call tomorrow. Conference call on Friday, but I will still get to enjoy most of my weekend. So I'm super excited. Put a little bit of extra glue under there. And then we'll center this on the card front. then I can go like this or like this. I think we're going to do a horizontal one today. A little bit more blue. You know, this bottle lasts so long that I forgot what it was like when you filled it up with a fresh set of glue. All right. I have packed all of my goodies, I think. I have some sequins here that I didn't pack. So I packed myself some yummy stuff to bring with me to eat so that I don't spend a fortune on food while I'm away. So I have some yummy fruit and yogurt and some chicken. All right, so we're gonna do a little, I have that backwards. Flip you over. Little bit of glue on the back. One. Come on, stop sticking to me. Stick to the paper, not me. Well, this is going to be a challenge. I've been spoiled by my adhesive back gems. This glue should dry clear. And one more. One good thing about traveling is I read 2 books. One on the way out there, and then I started one on the way home, but it's taken me since I got home on Friday at like, well, actually, I guess it was Saturday morning at 1:30 to get through it. But I do enjoy reading a good book. All right, so here's our first one. What do you think? I think he's kind of cute. All right, let's see what else we got. We have the little fox. I wonder about that. Ooh. What about this? With the fox. A little washed out for me. Here we go. Hi, Patricia. How are you tonight? So I am working with the sketch that I put up on my Facebook business page last weekend, which looks like so. Here's the sketch. I'm just playing with different things. I am somewhat limited because much of my stuff is packed for the retreat I'm going on this weekend. But we're gonna make it work. I think I want to play a little bit with that sketch. And maybe do a little shadow. Just playing with the sketch a little bit here. See what we come up with. A little bit of blue. Not loving it. Hey, Ruth. All right. So just, I want to give it a little bit of definition of color. I think we're going to go from something different. I watched your wreath video from Friday, I guess it was. That was beautiful, Miss Ruth. So I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of edging here by rolling my circle through the ink pad. This is Night of Navy. All right. Huh? 3 inches, my thing says. Trying to figure out which one I want to use as a background. I think I'm going to go with that. So that's going to be 3 inches. Hi, Lisa. I didn't see you come in. By 4 3/4, I think it says. Yep, 4 3/4. So we've got those guys. And then I think that will be my background. There we go. And this is 4 by 5 3/4, 5 1/4. So how's everybody doing? Tell me what's going on. I've missed talking to people the last couple of weeks. 2 weeks ago, I totally forgot it was Wednesday. So much stuff on the desk. Hi, Judy. All right. Nope. Ah. So it was such a shame. I spent all that time in Arizona, but all I saw was a hotel and an office. But at least it was nice and warm. Coming from Massachusetts, that was a nice treat. I think on this one I am going to skip that center piece. You know, a sketch is just inspiration. But I am going to pop this one up. So how's the weather where everyone is? I am not ready for this thing they call winter here. We've had some decent days and some chilly days and rainy days. But as far as I'm concerned, weather-wise, we can skip right to June again. Though I don't want to miss the things that happen between now and then. I want the weather from June. Who's with me? There we go. It's so hard to use this paper because, I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But sometimes you need the plain. I guess I could have pulled out cardstock, but most of that's packed too. Happily skip to April. But April is still rainy and raw. At least here in Massachusetts. I would think so in the UK as well. All right, so what do I have at my fingertips here? Well, I didn't pack any of my retired stuff, so let's see what we have in here. I always use those. Whoops. Need those. All right. Full. I think I want to go with a little gold just to give it a little bit of bling, but I don't want it to overpower. So, you know, my idea here is with a sketch, you could use all sorts of different papers, stamps, inks, cardstocks, like just change up the ingredients, and the same sketch can be used over and over again, and you don't really get bored because you're not looking at the same thing over and over. All right, so he's kind of cute. I like him. So just, I went to go pick up this circle, except it was the negative. But maybe I can play with that a little bit. And instead of doing the circle on top, ew, this could be interesting. Let's see here. All right, let's play with that a little bit. First, we're going to make this 4 inches, so I'm going to cut an inch off each end. I don't know, probably can't see the bottom of my cutter here. Get those out of the way. Make this 5 1/4 inches tall, but I like a little bit of that, so I'm going to cut it off the bottom. Take about a 1/2 inch off the top. And make this 5 1/4. Nope. Guess we'll go with the 4 3/4, which was the size of the other one anyways. So has everybody started their Christmas cards yet? Something like that. But I feel like I want to use a little bit of ink. Pull out a blending brush. And we're going to get some pecan pie. Give this a little bit of depth. That was a little bit too plain. No, I don't usually use my cutting mat, my cutting board as a blending mat, but that's okay, it'll wipe off, right? You've started your Christmas cards, but you need to get moving on the rest of them. That was Patricia. And Judy said went to a retreat and did a lot of Christmas cards. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a lot done this weekend. I have a couple of classes to teach, but other than that, the time is mine. So my plan is to work on my Christmas cards. That's why all my Christmas stuff is packed. Should have thought of that when I pulled out this paper. All right, so we've got some pecan pie. And then I'm going to use a little bit of early espresso too. I just want to know how Ruth ever sleeps, because it's 7:30 here, which means it must be 12:30 there? Are you 5 hours ahead of me right now? I can never keep track of it, which is funny since my boss is in the UK. I should be able to keep track of this, but I don't. And then I'm going to do a little bit around the edges of this here. Just want to give it a little bit of distinction, if you know what I mean. So, do I have any book lovers on the line? If I do, tell me who your favorite authors are, what your favorite genre is. Ah, you get up late. Yeah, I go to bed somewhere between 11 and 12, and then I get up somewhere between 5 and 6 because I don't sleep. Not because I want to get up that early, but I can't seem to make myself not get up that early. My desk is a big old mess, which is why I didn't bother moving this out of the way. All right. Ooh, I like that better. What do you guys think? Do you like that better? Yep. She was thinking the same thing, right, Patricia? She's always awake. All right. Good. Do that all the way to the edge since it's not able to put him in the circle and center this. So, there you have it. Something a little different. So what shall I do at the top since I now have this weird thing going on? Maybe I'll just cut this down and I'll back it. thank you for watching me while I wing the entire thing here. But really, isn't that what creating is all about? You just kind of start with an idea and play with it. It is for me. All right, so this is now 4 3/4 by 4. So if I take 1/8 of an inch off of each side, then I can have equal borders on this. And then we shall mat it. All right, what color should I mat it on? What do you think? Winging is good. That's good because that's how I do most things when it comes to crafting. Just looking at what I have for scraps in here. Nothing big enough. Could do with that. Kind of like that one. I have behind it. I could do that, but that's kind of too much same on same. So far, that's my favorite. All right, do we like the red or this beautiful blue? Tell me which one. Pecan pie. I think it's packed. I'm really challenging myself here because I only have very limited supplies available. So I'm hearing the green. I'm not sure what color that is, but I agree. All right. 4 by 5 1/4. Pull out one of my trusty things here. I might have to wrap a little bit of this around it. Give it a good old snip. And take glue dot to hold the ends in place. Just one end and another end. See, now it's got a little bit of color. It's coming together. So sometimes when you have limited supplies, it makes you think outside the box. And you can use up a piece of paper pack pretty quickly. Guess I could have taken a little bit more off of the edges. Oh well. So yeah, you when you're constrained by what you have on your desk or at your fingertips, it does make it a little bit more challenging. But sometimes you end up with some really cool results because you had to think outside the box. I want to do a little knot. Little knot. up and stick it underneath. So no book lovers, huh? I didn't read any comments about things that you love to read, authors or styles. A little snip, snip. Play with that bow a little bit. I think it's too big. Whoops, now it's all tangled. Well, that wasn't what I expected. Well, my original idea was that I was going to tie a knot, so that's what I'm going with because I didn't like my bow. Thanks, Judy. For all the futzing around with it, I kind of like it. Didn't know where it was going, just something different. So far we've done 3 cards in 40 minutes using the same sketch. Pretty clean and simple. So I can imagine how quickly you can get a bunch of cards done. I'm going to flip the camera. Hi. Bring this down a little bit. There we go. So there you go. If anybody would like to see a copy of the sketch, it is on my Facebook business page. It's Crafting with Claudine. So you can go there and get the sketch. It has all the measurements. It's pretty easy to do, as you saw. And can't wait to figure out what I'm going to sketch for this weekend. So I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next Wednesday. Have a great night. Bye.